Hi guys, Graham here at X Fitness. You may have seen yesterday on our TikTok or Instagram, we put up kind of a little jokey video about 800 calorie a day diet. Although that video was kind of a bit of a jokey sort of video, I wanted to make something a little bit longer and more informative to explain actually why we feel that diets like this aren't a good idea. Now, most people going on a diet like this are looking to lose weight, and you do need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Calorie deficit means you need to be eating less calories than you are burning off. So a calorie deficit's a good thing, but an extreme calorie deficit can actually carry various medical risks alongside it. And it is easy to think that faster is better. It's easy to think if a 500 calorie deficit means I lose this much, then 1,000 calories means I lose this much, and 2,000 means you can get into this thinking really easily. But at the end of the day, slower weight loss is more sustainable and will lead to long-term weight loss. These really restrictive crash diets end up causing cycles of yo-yo dieting, where you will eat a very, very restrictive diet, potentially lose lots of weight, but then put it all back on because you've gone so extreme with it that you can't sustain that. And alongside the fact that it just doesn't work, it can also actually be dangerous. Overly restrictive behaviours in relation to your eating and food for the wrong person could actually aid in the development of eating disorders. It creates a very restrictive behaviour and attitude towards eating that can be quite mentally unhealthy for us. An extreme calorie restriction can also lead to you losing muscle mass as well as fat. Now, lots of people say, oh, I don't mind that, I don't want to look big like a bodybuilder, I don't care about muscle mass, but actually lots of joint problems like arthritis, just general injuries actually result from your muscle mass being too small, your strength being too low for your joints, and you end up causing lots of problems. As well as that, a loss of muscle mass and the long-term extreme deficit can actually lower your metabolism, which means that when you do start eating more, you can quickly gain weight quite easily. Now, don't confuse this with the starvation mode that you always hear about. Lots of people say, oh, if you eat too little, you're going to go into starvation mode. Like, this metabolism change can happen, but we're talking an extreme restriction over a long period of time. Eating a small deficit over a few weeks isn't going to cause you to go into starvation mode. I think that's something that people think about way too often and think happens far too easily, when the reality isn't that. But it is something that on an extreme diet can happen if you do it for a long time. Alongside this, you're also generally going to have a feeling of fatigue and low energy, like you have no energy in you because food is our energy source. And often feeling so fatigued and low on energy all the time is quite unhealthy for our mental health. If you feel fatigued all the time, you're not going to want to go out and do things. You just aren't going to feel good in yourself. Alongside this, due to hormonal changes and the wasting of muscle mass, it's probably going to make your bones weaker. Over a long time, you're going to become more susceptible to fractures and damage to your bones. Because you're eating so little, you're likely to be suffering from nutrient deficiencies, which is also going to lead to a weaker immune system. And if the last year's taught us anything, is that actually we should be quite conscious of our immune system. This is a very important thing. Overall, these diets often just result in feelings of guilt and shame and failure in relation to food and eating, which is awful for our mental health. It's going to lead to bad eating habits, and it's going to give you quite a bad relationship with food and exercise. This is where you see people punishing themselves, where they eat 1,000 calories instead of 800 calories, and have the need to go for a run to burn this off. It's just not a healthy mindset, and it's not sustainable long term. Fitness, weight loss, nutrition should be about making yourself feel good. It should be about empowering yourself to live a more fulfilling life, not about restricting yourself to the point that you have no energy, you are ill, you are weak. It's just not the way to do it. And I think the whole diet industry at large kind of pushes this on us. It's all about very restrictive behaviours, and it's just not the case. You can create a calorie deficit eating whatever you want. You don't need to live off of kale and lettuce and rabbit food. You don't need to eat barely any food. You can lose weight eating whatever you want as long as you are exercising a good amount and eating the right amount. I had a quick look online just out of interest, and the calorie intake I found recommended for a sedentary 2 to 3 year old child is 1,000 calories a day. If as an adult you're eating anywhere near that amount, I really think you should probably look at what you're eating and consider if this is actually healthy for you. Obviously, if a medical professional, your doctor, has advised you to do this because of certain health factors, then obviously follow what they're saying. If you're just looking to lose weight, really think about just looking for sustainable ways to lose weight. Don't obsess over these crash diets and don't get caught into thinking that faster is better. It's not. Thanks for watching, guys. If you do have any questions, please drop us a message, comment on the video, and we'll get back to you. Thank you.